Hey everyone, welcome to the Facebook portion of the Authors Direct Sales program. So what we're going to be doing first, before we jump into Facebook ads, is making sure that all of our assets are properly set up and everything is connected. So starting out at the very beginning, if you do not already have a business, Facebook Business Manager, what you're going to do is type in Facebook Business Manager and then head down and go ahead and either sign up with your Facebook profile or your Instagram profile. And once you go ahead and sign up, what you're going to see is you're going to go ahead and land on the actual business manager here. Now, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is I would highly recommend to go ahead and add another person that you trust to your business manager. And the reason because of this is if you ever get locked out of your business manager or something happens with your password, anything of that nature, this will essentially ensure that someone else will have access and can get you back in or add you in from another email as well. And so I would highly recommend to go ahead and add someone else onto the business manager. And after you've gone ahead and done that, what we can go ahead and do next is head over to pages. And then from here, what you're going to go ahead and do is if your page is not in your business settings, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is click on add and then add a page. And you're going to go through actually adding in your page by simply just going ahead and typing it in. And your personal profile will have access to this. So you can go ahead and just type that in and it will update it and it will upload it into your actual business settings. Now, if you already have your page in here, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is click on view page. And once you're at your page, it may be on your profile right now. You may see a switch button. So make sure to switch over to your page. If you're already on your page and it looks like this, you can go ahead and stay here. Facebook is always changing around how things look. So things might look slightly different. But essentially what you're going to want to go ahead and do is make sure that all of your information, your bio, any details about yourself, all of your information. You can add your website on there, your Shopify website, a support email if you do, what type of page you are, obviously being an author, and then make sure to add in your banner image and then as well a profile image. And we're going to get into organic postings in a few modules later. But for right now, if you can have everything there added on, that would be fantastic. Now, once you've gone ahead and done that, you're going to see settings over here on the far left. It may be somewhere else. You might find it in this drop down up here in the top right, depending on what version you're on. But you're going to go ahead and click on settings to change the page name. And so what you're going to want to go ahead and do is if you have your pen name as your page name, which you likely do, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is edit it and go ahead and add author to the very end. And the reason that we want to go ahead and do this is because when people are scrolling through their feed and they see your post, what we want them to do is immediately recognize that you're an author and that whatever your ad is an ad for a book. And so that's essentially getting them into the mindset. Instead of just seeing a name, they're seeing author, so they automatically recognize that. So make sure you go ahead and add that to the very end of your page name. And you can go ahead and leave your username as is. You do not have to change that. This is only going to be for the actual name. So once you have that, we're going to head back over to the business settings, and then we're going to head down to ad accounts. Now, you likely already have an ad account. If you do not have an ad account, that's no worries. You're just going to click on add and then create a new ad account down at the bottom. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is essentially follow the prompts to create the entire ad account. It's going to get you through adding in your time zone, your credit card, everything of that nature. And once you've gone ahead and added that, you're going to actually type in and make sure that your new ad account is selected. Once that's selected, you're going to head over to the drop down over here. Click on the drop down and click on view payment methods. Now, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is make sure that you have all of this business information filled out at the bottom here. You're going to want to make sure that all of this information is filled out. And then as well, you're going to go ahead and add your payment method if you have not already done so when you are creating your ad account. And then I would highly recommend to have a secondary payment method. That way, if anything ever happens to the first one, it will go ahead and transfer the spend over to the other one, because if you ever have anything paused, Facebook really does not like that. in terms of a payment getting declined, it can flag in their system. So if you have that secondary, nothing will happen. It will just go ahead and transfer over to the other one. So once you have that, you can also go ahead and check out your payment methods over here on the far left. And then you can also check out your payment activity as well. If you ever need to go ahead and see that, you can always change the date. Just if you ever need to see that, this is where you can go ahead and find it. Now, once you have that set up, we're going to head back to the business settings, and then we're going to head down to Instagram accounts. Now, go ahead and type in your Instagram account and find that. Now, if you do not have your Instagram account, what you're going to go ahead and do is click on add here, and it's going to go ahead and prompt you to go ahead and log in, and you're going to go ahead and log into your Instagram account. Now, if your Instagram account after you log in shows that it is a personal account, it will say up here where it says switch. And so what you're going to want to go ahead and do is make sure you switch that over to a business account so that when we're running ads to it, it is a business account and not a personal account. Now, after that profile is added, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is click on connected assets and then click on add assets and go ahead and select the ad account that we're connecting and we're going to be running the ads from. Awesome. So next, we're going to head down to pixels down here on the far left. This will be under data sources. Now, there is a change at this time being made in Facebook right now to where pixels are moving over to the data sets. So if you ever go and look to find your pixel and it's not in the pixel section here, it's because it has moved over to data sets. So you'll just go ahead and click here. As you can see, a lot of pixels have moved over to data sets. So if your pixel ever does move over there, it's no worries. It's the exact same setup essentially. It has just moved over to a data set. That is what they're aiming to move everything over to. It's no change, nothing different. And then if you already have a pixel, you can go ahead and skip this next step in terms of setting up your pixel. If you do not have a pixel, go ahead and click on add. And we're going to go ahead and create a new pixel. You do not have to put your URL in. Click on continue. And then you'll click on continue managing my business. Make sure to go ahead and add yourself to the pixel. And then you're going to click on connected assets, add assets, and go ahead and connect it to the ad account that we're going to be running ads from. Now, if you already have your pixel and it's connected to your ad account and you're added onto it, what you're going to go ahead and do is click on open in Events Manager. And then you want to make sure that your Shopify store is open in another URL because we're going to be going ahead and using this to connect your pixel to your Shopify store. Awesome. So now that we've landed here, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is click on Continue Pixel Setup, click on Conversions API, and then click on Connect. And then you'll go ahead and click on Setup with Partner Integration. And then click on Shopify. Now, if you already have your pixel set up, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this because we're going to get right back to here. I'm just going to give you an example in terms of if your pixel is already set up and you're pulling in data. What that would look like is you would click on Add Events, New Integration, Conversions API, Set Up, Partner Integration, Shopify. And you can see it's the exact same steps in terms of where to find those two. Now, what you'll go ahead and do is head over to Shopify once you're at this portion. Go to the search bar at the very top. Click on Sales Channels. Type in Facebook. And then you'll go ahead and click on Facebook and Instagram. And then Add App. You'll click on Add Sales Channel. And then you'll go ahead and scroll down to the very bottom where it says Advertise Your Products on Facebook and click Start Setup. Then go ahead and connect your profile. And then go ahead and select your business account, which will be your business manager. Click on maximum tracking. This will give us much better tracking. Save. And then go ahead and select your pixel that we were just on just a second ago over in your events manager. So this will just take a couple of seconds to go ahead and load. Once it's loaded, and it looks like it was approved, everything is good. So now we're going to go ahead and head back to the events manager. Click on you've completed the steps, next, and it will be active now. It's going to verify the connection. Now, in some cases, it will ask you to put your URL in there and to go to the site to verify that it's connected. If it does not do that and it just says active, then you're great. Now click next. There you go. Now your conversions API is set up. We're going to head back to our pixel, click on refresh. And now you can see here that your actual pixel is set up. So like that is prompting us to set up the conversions API, which we just went ahead and did. So we can hit mark completed. Now, once you're back onto this page, what you're going to go ahead and do is click on settings in the top right. We're going to scroll down and head to automatic advanced matching. Now, I would highly recommend to turn this on because what it will go ahead and do is allow Facebook to be able to track more data in terms of being able to pull who is actually purchasing from your site through your pixel and through your conversions API. And then in the end, giving us more data will then give us more sales. So once that's set up, we're going to head back to your business settings. And now your pixel is set up and we're connected. Now, if we hit the refresh, you can see that there is the green circle here and it's saying that it's active now. So that means that we're all good to go. Now, once we have your pixel set up, what we're going to do is head down to brand safety, suitability, click on domains. Now, what you're going to want to go ahead and do from here is we're going to go ahead and add in our domain from our Shopify store. And what you'll go ahead and do to start is click on create a new domain. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the domain from the Shopify store, copy that, head back over to the business settings, paste that in, and then we'll remove the HTTPS and the dash at the end. And then you'll click on add. Now, what you'll go ahead and do is copy the meta tag here, head over to your Shopify, the home page here, click on online store, scroll down, click on these three dots here, click on edit code. And then we're going to want to make sure that we're selecting the theme.liquid over here on the far left. Click on the header code to the right of it. Click on the drop down. So we drop one line down from the header code and paste that verification code into there. And then click on save. And then once you've gone ahead and done that, you're going to head back over to your business settings. And this can take up to 72 hours to verify. Typically with Shopify, it only takes about an hour, but I would give it at least 24 hours. Then you'll go ahead and click on the verify domain. Now, once you've gone ahead and come back in about 24 hours, you're going to see something that looks like this. And what you're going to want to go ahead and do is make sure to add the assets and then go ahead and type in your page and make sure to go ahead and select your page to connect it with your domain. And then click on add. Awesome. So now that your page is connected with your domain, we're going to head down to the business info on the far left and make sure that your business information is added in here and that you have your primary page selected here, which would be your main page that you're actually going to be running your ads from. So once you have all of that information in there, you're also going to want to go ahead and make sure that your email is added in at the very bottom here, and to make sure that it is verified and that everything is set up. So you have your name, your email in here, and it does not say resend verification link. If it does say that, make sure to go ahead and resend that and go ahead and get that verified through your email. Now, once you have everything set up, just make sure that you go ahead and go through everything and make sure that you have access to all of your assets. So you go ahead and add yourself to all of them. Just double check and make sure that you have added yourself to your page, your ad account, here on the ad people, ad account here, the Instagram account. For the Instagram account, make sure that it is also connected to your ad account. For your pixel as well, make sure that you're added to your pixel and that it is connected to your ad account. And then your domain, you do not have to add yourself to the domain, but you'll want to make sure that your page is connected with the domain as well. And then once you have all of that, you'll be completely set up on the back end. Your Pixel and Conversions API is set up for maximum tracking as well. So we can really maximize those results. And in the next video, what we're going to get into is actually how Facebook ads work and get into the actual details of how they work and how we can go ahead and scale your ads as quickly as possible in the future. So I'll go ahead and see you in that video.